What is going on, everyone? This is Brody here, back again to answer another tennis question. Today's tennis topic is going to be about that weird little 4 3/8 number that's written on my tennis racket. What does it mean? What is it for? And why is it there? All great questions, which we're about to answer now. So the first thing about that 4 3/8, what is it? That is the grip size for your racket. That meaning how thick this part is of your racket. Now, with that being said, there are multiple different grip sizes. There's 4 3/8, there's 4 1/2, there's 4 5/8, there's 4 1/4, 4 1/8, and 0. You never thought tennis grips could have so many different variations, did you? But I'm here to tell you that they do. Yes, they are real. Some rackets do not come in all of them. Some do. You'll rarely find one in a 0 or a 4 5/8. They usually don't get made anymore just because tennis manufacturers have found that 4 1/2 and 4 1/8 are usually the sweet spots for the cutoffs, but you can still find them because they are still available almost anywhere in the world. So 4 3/8, that is going to be the standard grip size, kind of like the baseline grip size for most adult male players. For the female adult male players, that's going to be a 4 1/4 or one grip size smaller. That's just what the manufacturers have deemed to be the baselines for this tennis industry and tennis-based grips in general, based off all of their many years of making tennis rackets and what they've seen works best for most players. So with that being said, there are grips that are recommended and probably will be better for you. However, you can use whatever grip you actually want. There is no one saying that you cannot use a 4 3/8 when you should be a 4 1/4. It's all based off what is more comfortable to you. It just depends on, like I said, if you prefer this, you can do that. If you don't. It's up to you. Good for you. Doesn't matter. So, with grip sizes, another thing that you can really do is you can adjust grip sizes. And now what I mean by that is you can customize your racket to change the grip size depending on what you need best. It's a lot easier to go up in grip because you can add overgrips, you can add more than one, you can add a shrink sleeve that makes the grip size bigger, but that adds weight. You can add a leather grip. There's a bunch of different customization things you can do to make your grip more tailored to you, except there's one main thing you most likely can't do. That's going to be actually making the grip smaller. So usually when you buy a racket, you want to get the smallest grip size that feels comfortable in your hand, because then if for some reason at the time you get it, you're like, okay, this works. I may want to go a little bit bigger, and then you hold the bigger size. So this one's a 4 3/8. If you go and hold a 4 1/2, you're like, oh, that's too big. You would want to go with the 4 3/8 then, so that you can build up the grip to where is the sweet spot for you. Because the 4 3/8 grip may not be the most comfortable to you, but if you put an overgrip on, then you're right in the middle between a 4 3/8 and a 4 1/2, because a overgrip adds, stay with me now, 1/16 of a grip size. I know fractions, it's weird, but this is what happens. If you're using the just number system and you're using like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, adding an overgrip, if you're at a 3, which is a 4 3/8, adding an overgrip will take your 3. Instead of going to a 4, you'll go to like a 3.5. See, it's not that complicated, but unless someone actually just explains it to you, sometimes it can get tricky and weird because you're like, wait, what do all these numbers do? But don't worry about it. One overgrip, you're only going up half of a grip size. There you go. Clean cut, dry, easy, done. So with that being said, what you can do then, customize it to whatever you want. If you think that the grip is just way too small from the time you get it, after you held it in your hand and you thought that the higher grip size was too big, you're like, okay, I made the mistake. Let's take it up. Then you can sometimes go to a local tennis pro or tennis store and get a heat shrink sleeve. That'll just boost the grip up to about a 4 1/2 or whatever the next step up is for your grip size. And then it'll be much thicker for you, so it's more comfortable. Now, like I was saying earlier, you cannot really take a grip size down because there used to be a way that you could shave rackets down and make the grip smaller. You can't really do that now with most modern frames, or else you're just going to break the racket itself. And we don't want to break the racket because we do not want to pay for another one when we do not have to. we are being budget conscious people because we like playing tennis and we don't want to spend more money than we have to. So, you don't shave down a grip. If you do want to actually get the grip a little bit smaller, some things you can do. There is a base grip from Turna. I don't remember the exact name of it right off the top of my head, but I have put this on my dad's racket himself, and he felt it has worked for him to make the grip smaller and just feel better in his hand. So what he did was we took the original base grip off, we put on this base grip from Turna, and that's about it. The base grip from Turna is not as thick. It's a thinner base grip, and that's what allows it to not be as thick in his hand, allow him to hold on to it a little bit easier, because his hands, they are smaller, and he had gotten a 4 3/8 grip. He went with the standard. He didn't actually hold the racket, but now he knows he is about a 4 1/4 grip size with an overgrip. So we got the base grip on his 4 3/8, and it's a little bit better for him, just so that he can play a little bit better tennis and he's more comfortable with his racket. Now, with that being said, that's pretty much the main things for base grips and just the grip size in general, what you need to know. I did make a video previously about how to actually tell what grip size you are. Go check that one out if you're wondering which grip size you should be. And as always, like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment down below if you have any more questions about grips, grip sizes, or anything else. It's my job to answer those in the comments so that I can make sure to get the information from the people who have it to the people who need it. And that's the entire reason I made this channel. I saw a lot of tennis misinformation going around in the tennis community, and I took it upon myself to make this so that we could get rid of all of that and make sure that everyone enjoys playing this great sport, and in my opinion, the best sport in the world, which is tennis. So like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel so we can grow and gain more people into this great sport that we all know and love. Share this video with a friend if they're really kind of just trying to figure out what in the world grip sizes actually are and what they actually mean. And as always, take care.